What's up, Saab fans around the world, and welcome back to another video. So once again I have teamed up with Maxpeedingrods, and this is not the first time I'm doing a collaboration with Maxpeedingrods. They do a lot of stuff, but in today's video I'm going to show you how you could get a turbo that will produce up to 400 horsepower for cheap. So that we will do today. So in the link in the description you will find a discount code which will give you 10% discount on the entire selection from Maxpeedingrods. And you might wonder what's there to buy from Maxpeedingrods except for turbos. I will show you. These fully adjustable coilovers are from Maxpeedingrods. These steel braided AN lines are from Maxpeedingrods for my fuel system. This oil filter relocation kit is from Maxpeedingrods. So basically they have a ton of stuff which is good to have for your performance car or your performance build. So it's just to visit the website and shop what you need. I will promise it's a lot cheaper than a lot of other stores, and the quality is great so far. I've worked with them for a couple of years and I've never been disappointed. So let's just jump into this unboxing and see what it looks like. They always pack the stuff really well, so it's well secured. I mean, this is perfect. We'll get a bunch of gaskets, which is really nice. An installation manual, troubleshooting, installation instructions, really nice. Here we have the turbo. So this is really nice. It's packed in a plastic bag, and this paper right here, I think it is like corrosion resistant paper. So it's really nice to not get any like rust marks on the casted parts. So you can buy these turbos new from Saab, and they are quite expensive. I think the last time I checked them they were like 17 or 18,000 Swedish, which is pretty extreme to say the least. So on this turbo you will get everything. You got the blow-off valve, you got the wastegate, you got the boost solenoid, everything is included. It's well balanced and intact. You got the big exhaust housing right here. Very nice. So this turbo right here will just be a straight bolt-on installation. You got everything you need just to undo the old one and replace with the new one, and put the oil lines and water lines into the same place. And originally these cars or engines are built for 220 horsepower, I think, from factory. On my factory turbo I have been pushing 300 horsepower for quite some time, and the seals has started to leak a bit, so when I push full throttle it will create a cloud behind the car, which isn't that premium and not that nice. So we will fix this with this turbo, but I have an upgrade for it as well. So if you want this to be able to make more power than it originally makes, as I said, this will push 300 horsepower pretty easily. But if you want to raise that limit to about 400, then you need to do some modifications, which is what I have done right here. So we will take this apart and I will show you how to do it. And the upgrade that you can do is that you could change the compressor wheel. So in the original turbo you will have a casted compressor wheel, and you can upgrade this to one of these. This is billet machined aluminum. It's a really nice piece. So this is the upgrade wheel, but it will not fit bolt on to the turbo, so you cannot just replace it. You need to machine the compressor housing and also the base plate where the compressor wheel attaches. So we will start with disassembling this, and then I will show you what you need to do to get to this stage right here. So we could start by just disconnecting one of the hoses, that's for the wastegate. Like so. We could actually pop it off all the way. So then we could remove the wastegate. And they have torqued all the bolts with a little bit of a marking, so you will know where it should attach again. Like so, then we can do the other bolts as well. Sometimes you need to tap it to come loose, and sometimes you can just lift it off. Really nice, well lubed up. So we will have a look at the differences on the two parts, and then we could also undo the entire core of the turbo, because we need to hold against the other side. Comes out very nice, like so. So we got the exhaust housing to the side. We don't have to disassemble more of it, and here we have the core of the turbo. So it's a really nice piece, spins really nice. Of course no shaft plate since it's a new turbo. And now I will show you the difference between the two compressor wheels, and also the difference between the two compressor housings, why we have them side by side. So here you can see the difference in the machining. You got a much bigger flow into this one compared to this one. You can clearly see that the material has been taken off. And if we flip them around, the radius has also been machined because it's not the same. So this is a little bigger than this one. So, and you can also see by just judging on the compressor wheel that this is clearly a lot bigger. So if we drop them in, you could see how it sits. Like this, and this one is the machined one, and this is also sitting flush. So I'm going to undo this compressor wheel, then I will show you a little video of what goes into the process for machining this so this wheel will fit, and also to machine this so the wheel will fit. So you will need to have like access to a machine shop, expensive machines, and to skilled people that could do this type of machining. This is the correct one, and this is reversed threaded, so you need to undo it the opposite side that you normally do it. So this should be like Of course, by doing this you will void any type of warranty that's on the product, but I promise you this will be a really nice upgrade. Sometimes you need to put a bit of heat to get this off. Like so. So we got a little O-ring right here. And then we got a little bearing in the middle. That's just to pop out. And we will put it this way so we don't forget how it's set. So this surface right here will need to be machined, because in the OEM part it fits really nice, but the upgraded wheel is clearly too big. So this we need to have machined. So now I have gotten the plate machined, and from previous time I also got the compressor housing machined, as you saw from the little video. So here you can see the difference between the two different compressor wheels. This has been machined out, and you can see it's a couple of millimeters smaller. So now the new wheel will fit perfect. So next up is to assemble everything back, and it's not a lot, but this small part right here that goes into the plate has a tiny like piston ring or a seal ring, which I have bent just a little bit. So the company that will do the balancing of my turbo will install a new one, because this little ring will make sure that the turbo doesn't leak. So after that it will just be assemble it back, put on the new billet compressor wheel, twist it down, then you apply some thread locker and you reverse thread the nut back on again, and then this unit will be VSR balanced. so it will last for long. So you could line this up because there is a balancing mark on the compressor wheel, but it's always better to balance it as a complete unit. And then this will just fit right on without no rubbing. It will be so good. It's such a big difference. I will show you the difference from above of the two housings. So here you can clearly see that this has been opened up so much more, and I reckon this will flow a lot more air than this one does. So now it's off to balancing with this part, and when I get them back I will assemble the exhaust housing, the compressor housing, then we will do a full installation video of the turbo into the car. And just a quick disclaimer, this is a turbo upgrade that is good for 400 horsepower. This doesn't mean that I will install the turbo and I will magically get 400 horsepower, because it's a modern car, so the ECU needs to be reworked, so we will need a proper tune to get this horsepower out of the car. And of course the engine and the gearbox has limitations as well. So the A20NFT engine has weak rods, I think, from factory, or not weak, but if you are going to raise the power limit you need to upgrade them. So forged rods and pistons is a good way to go. So we will see in the future, but we will have the turbo that will be able to push 400 horsepower. So right now I have a tune that is about 300 horsepower, and it's producing like 1.3, 1.4 bars of boost pressure right now. So what will happen right now when we install this is that this will get much more air at lower RPMs. So I guess the boost level will drop, but we will make the same kind of power but with less boost. So we will see how everything works out and what we need to adjust. But that's just such a common question that people just think, you upgrade the turbo or you install the intercooler, how much power do I get? Well, if you don't adjust the ECU you will not get barely any at all. Of course the benefits will be there, that you get colder air, etc, etc, but really the tune is the baseline to get the most out of everything. So otherwise it's just hardware. You need to speak to the brain so the brain accepts the new hardware. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. I will leave links in the description box down below, so you have access to everything. Don't forget the 10% discount on Maxpeedingrods. And please subscribe to the channel. And also, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!